Alrighty, we are live. Going live a little early today. We're just gonna see. It looks like we're pushing up on the daily out of the daily fair value gap we came into. And then here's the bottom of that daily candle. Even though see how it doesn't line up on these days, that's because unless the bottom was here, no, this is, I guess the bottom was this point here of the daily candle. So let's just see if we get a push up continuing on the 10 a.m. candle. So far, that's what it looks like. It looks like we're gonna at least get a little push up off today. After back testing yesterday though, yes, looking at the 1 hour and the 4 hour, like yesterday we were definitely going to this daily fair value gap. I had no reason to not hold my trades yesterday. So we have the power of 3 on there, 6 minutes left in this candle, and then we'll mark the opening of the 10 a.m. candle and see how it wants to push. And technically we could wait for it to inverse off this if you want. Especially because this is the daily candle we're in now, so I think the PO3 will continue to push up to this high of yesterday tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna get there today. I hope so, but I don't. Not power of 3. Yeah, power of 3 or the CRT range. This candle could literally just close like this. But hopefully it closes a little more up inside the move. We could see what that would be on the fib. Let's see what it would be on the fib. And I feel like after back testing yesterday, like hopefully now no more fake outs. Hopefully. All right, 50% on the fib is here. 60% on the fib, 62, which is my favorite. Golden pocket is 62 and 70, I'm pretty sure. Some people like the golden pocket, which lines up with the other lines, but if we could keep going up, we will hopefully will at least take it up to here. If not, we'll go on the 5 minute, and I'm sure there's a liquidity point somewhere in here. Even this 4 hour candle is probably a liquidity point on the lower time frame. So we're just gonna see, we're gonna wait till 10 o'clock, as we always do. And when that 10 o'clock candle opens, we'll go from there. Let it play out on the 4 hour. Let it see. We want to see if we can get like a little nice wick on the downside, and then let it push. I switch back to my 5 minute chart on Ninja Trader. So let's see what we get. How are y'all feeling? Y'all feeling bullish today? Bearish today? No feeling? Hi, Tay. How are y'all feeling? I wonder what 9:30 did today. 8:30, 9:30 had a nice liquidity sweep reversal. Yeah, it's giving signs of just taking a buy. And there's liquidity here, here, and here. And see how it plays the hour candle out for you? Love when it does that. So it'll play the new one out. That's why I put this indicator on here. Obviously the daily is just the daily, so honestly we can move this to the 4 hour chart over here, because the daily is just the daily. Let's see. Also we have 10 a.m. news, so also a good reason to not trade after 10. Let the 5 minute chart play out. Hopefully push up a little bit on the daily. And yeah, we'll see. We'll mark the opening of the 10 a.m. candle. Hopefully to catch a little That's not that strong of a candle though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. On this 4-hour candle. I entered too early, used too much risk, so I'm already done. Damn, took a loss. How? 9:30, tapped into a fair value gap for buys. Clear buy day. How'd you lose? It'd be like that though. This is a nice little run. 9:30, boom, making higher highs. The 4-hour candle opened at 6, came down, power of 3, tapped you in, now it's pushing. But let's see what we get. 10 o'clock. I like to wait on the 4-hour though. I do. Just bad trade, to be honest. Was on the wrong side. Oh, but yeah. That can happen at 9:30. Can't lie. That was a good setup though, but so I like to wait for 10 o'clock. I like to just wait for things to play out. But that's still, yeah, on the 5:30. And we swept a little internal liquidity. But let's see if our 9:30 trades have been hitting though. I'm like, do I need to get back on at 9 o'clock? 40 seconds. Then we have a new 4-hour candle. It's a good sign. Seconds, 19. Damn, just on the wrong side. Yeah, when you're in a daily or 4-hour or big time frame for value gap, you probably, if it's already in it, you need to wait for it to like push out to the upside or the downside. We also ran down a lot yesterday, so I feel like it's a rebalance day. Alrighty. There we are. This could be a power of 3, so I want to wait. Now, if you're on the right side, you got this nice move down here, Tay. On the 4-hour. I'm gonna let this 5-minute candle finish, though. Oh yeah, we're running strong to the downside. If I'm bullish, we need to get above it, but we are pushing. So yeah, that's why I wait for 10 o'clock. Also, again, 10 o'clock news. If this inverts this for value gap, though, we're definitely in sales. And see why I don't like watching the daily candle? See how it looked like a wick when we got on, but 10 o'clock, like at 9:30, all the wick people were like, yeah, we're bullish. But 10 o'clock really is the candle that shows you where the fuck we're gonna go the rest of the day. But let's see, it could just be an internal liquidity sweep. And then let's go down to the 15-minute over here. Zoom out and see, let's see if we even hit this liquidity point or not. And now I'm gonna switch this to the 4-hour. It's on the daily for now, because I always started on the daily, but you know me, I really only trade this 4-hour candle here. Boom, so let's just see how this 4-hour candle reacts on both time frames now. Same candle. This is candle. This is it on the 15-minute chart. Actually, I'm trying to zoom out and see. We do have a liquidity point here on the 15-minute if we inverse. But I don't think we are. I think we're gonna go higher. That was just news. Because news did that shit yesterday, but it did do this wick and then still continue down. So, but like I said, once we get back in the range, is how I do it. People who turtle soup, yeah, they might be in trades right now for buys. I like to wait for it to come back into the range, in my opinion. Because you don't really know if it wants to go up until it goes back above where it opened at, you know? Let's see, on the 4-hour, we do have, if it wants to keep going lower, yeah, we do have a fair value gap down here, but I really don't think so. That's a nice little wick back up. Cause I noticed that too. When you sit on the higher time frames, you will not get faked out as much. right, 15 minutes pushing higher. And now let's go to 5 minutes, see if we can get us a little entry. Yeah, it really just swept liquidity again. So yeah, all the 9:30 traders, we stopped you out at 10 o'clock. We stopped you out, and now we're probably going to continue higher. Let's let this 5 minute candle fully close. We have 1 minute and 46 seconds. Now I'm going to wait for some more. So more push. Even, like I said, above, we got to get above this yellow line. That's the opening of the 10 a.m. candle on all time frames. The 15 minute, the 5 minute, and obviously the 4 hour. So I want to see this push up. It's a nice wick though. And I've noticed that, yeah, it does help looking at the higher time frame to get rid of them fake outs. It does, it does, it does. The news said, hey, I know because some people do trade news. I've seen traders like 10 o'clock news, it ran up for them one day and then we still caught the 10 a.m. reversal. But days like this, stopped your ass out. Stopped you out. So why you don't trade news? And some people were like, oh, well, like yesterday I took a trade. I mean, I was on the 1 minute, so I let the news candle play out. But on the 5 minute, it was still technically the 5 minute candle, so I guess I get what he was saying. However, you can trade after news or before news. Just don't be on a trade during the actual news time. But let's see, like I said, I want it back above that yellow line, above the open. If we don't push above the open, that's when we're getting the buys. I need to push below the fair value gap before I get in sales. So, like, you can go in with the bias, but like for me, I'm like, let's just wait and see. We get back above this yellow line with a nice wick, it'll be great. If we want to come down, we want to push lower for the day, we can do that as well. News too scary, right? People be trading news. I'm like, y'all are crazy. I mean, news is just liquidity and volatility, but still, like, it will go your way, but it could stop you out. So it's like, why even trade it? Just wait at the end of it. Because yes, I believe news just goes with whatever the market wants to do. Like, it'll come down to a fair value gap, like it did, swept some liquidity and go up or reverse. But if you were in that 9:30 trade, sorry to you. If you didn't take your profit, 10 o'clock news ate your shit up. Unless you had a stop loss at this low, but I doubt the 9:30 traders did, because the entry was here. Yeah, your stop loss probably was here or here. That's a good stop loss. Now, if you had it here at this 3 a.m. low, then you're still chilling. Alrighty, we're still not pushing up above this yellow line. Like I said, that's what I said. Some turtle soup traders, they're probably already in buys. They're confident in their buys. But for me, if I'm trading a range, I need to go back into the range. Like, it already was back into the daily range from the daily low. This range. It already is back into that range on the daily candle. But it's not. Oh, it does switch back to the daily for you if you put it on 4 hour. Fuck yeah. I love that. See, people be loving shitting on people who use indicators. Like, these indicators be cooking with grease. This is the same thing on this one. Cause I had it on the daily thinking like I needed to watch the daily, but no, it'll move to the daily for you. Oh yeah. That shit is sexy. Cause I really only watch a 4 hour, but I do need to, when I'm on the daily chart, I want to see what the daily candle's doing. Yeah, buddy, that power of 3 indicator by something degrees, it's beautiful. Like I said, we're not doing anything for me to get in yet. It's only 10:07. Like I said, I want to push above this yellow line for up. I want to push below this pink line and invert this gap before I get into some sells. Back to the 15, the 15 and the 5 are still going to show our 4 hour, of course. We still have 3 hours in this candle. We do have a nice little gappy there, but let's see. Who knows what we want to do. sure there's some SMT down here that my indicator is not showing. I have an SMT indicator. That's what it's giving, but let's see. You gotta get back above this yellow line for me, player. There's a nice wick and all, but a 15-minute looks really good. And we have 6 minutes in it, so you could wait. We can wait. That's basically this candle closing and one more 5-minute candle after. Because some people say they enter on a 15-minute as well, and then we'll just take it up to the 50% or the 62%, or you can take it up to the golden pocket if you want. Or there's a bunch of liquidity points you can target here. We'll see how much money it is. For our candles looking nice. Obviously, you know, you want to get in on this wicks here. That's the whole point of the power of 3, and then you want to catch the blue candle. Like I said, I needed it to close above this yellow line, not just play in my face. Yeah, I feel really good about my trading now. I feel like I trade now like the gurus trade, even though I used to shit on how they trade. But I see it helps you get faked out less. Like obviously, I was profitable the way I was trading, but having the higher time frame, waiting for reactions, it helps you not get faked out. Because even this was a nice trade, honestly, at the time, and then news came in. Well, you could have just sold before news. But like waiting for like higher time frame analysis, like looking for like yesterday, no reason to sell. Like even at the 4-hour low, like it didn't even matter. And then we had a nice daily fair value gap that we came into yesterday. Alrighty, are we candle closing above this yellow line for me? We did not. Almost. We still have 5 more minutes in the 15-minute candle. So we only have 5 more minutes. Let this 5-minute candle go above, and then we're being some buys. And that's what it's looking like. Got some displacement. Let's see if it's going to actually close above this. Alrighty, I like that. Oh. Wicky wick wick. I just wanted to run too far without me, but we are back in the range. I think, yeah, I'm gonna get in some buys.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in buys. Stop loss somewhere down there. Take profit is definitely not that close, child. All right, we're in some buys now. Where's my entry? I can't see it on NinjaTrader sometimes. I'll show you in a second. I think I'm gonna do stop loss below the body of this candle before it. My entry is somewhere in here, okay? I'll find it. It's a little different because I have spreads on NinjaTrader. Stop loss there. And then take profit. We'll just see if we even get like a 1 to 2.5. And as you see, the candle is wicking down. We did not get a candle close above. This is why you technically should wait for a candle close above. Because now look at it. Is this just a liquidity sweep to go lower? We'll see. Stop loss below the body of this candle here. I do have that marked on the 5-minute chart. All right, let's see. My entry is 18,995. So yeah, my entry's up there. Let's still push. Probably should do my stop loss at that swing low. Again, if I get stopped out, that's why you wait for a candle close. That was a dumb move. The 15 minutes still did look very good though. That's why we did tap into all these gaps in the 15-minute. Yikes. Yikes. It's okay though. We'll get back in the second trade. I'll hold my second trade today because you know me. I love to just take profit in profit on after a loss. I need to hold my trades because I'd still be up so much money. I left so much money on the table on this eval. I would have been up like $2,000 plus. Not using these trailing stops or these fake. I know I should wait there for the 5 minutes. Sometimes it runs. I'm scared it's gonna run up here before it closes, and I get in early. And this is what'll cost me on days like this. Yeah, we're stopped out. About to be.
Stop filled.
Yep. Damn. Well, it's okay. Still waiting. Candle close. Above this yellow line. And then candle close below for sales. I'm not looking at the P&L because it doesn't matter. That's also what happens when I close early on my second trade, looking at the P&L. Just, oh, I'm back in profit. No, look at the target, where you want it to go. And take the trade. Don't focus on the P&L. Yeah, I gotta get these first losses out of my trading. How? I don't know. Someone told me just to wait for the last 5 minutes of 15-minute candle. Being impatient. Or have my stop loss below this candle, but this is why I don't use hard stop losses right there. This is exactly why I don't use hard stop losses. I'm about to stop using them. Let's look at it. I mean, that was a big-ish loss, though. I got a $500 loss. So I gotta be smart with the next one. Could be a day we just trade sideways because we did have a big run yesterday. Let's see. We're still out, bouncing out of this. Because a loss versus you just finally being in the green is so much better than like a loss and then having to make it back, and then half your profit is going to your loss and then you make it back, which is fine, but it's like because it just stopped me out to the tick, which means that's like a little liquidity sweep. So I'm definitely going to not have the hard stops today, the next trade, and I'm gonna wait for a candle close on the 5 minute for sure. Then can we finally get our push? We'll see. Patience, patience, patience. I'm gonna take one loss if you're just joining. Didn't wait for this candle close. Always wait for candle closes, even on the 5 minute. and then it stopped me out. Had a tight stop loss. Are we gonna go lower? I don't mind us going lower. I just go ahead and do what you want to do. Some people say they wait till 30 minutes after news to get in a trade. Maybe that's why they do it. $15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 4 hour in the daily. We're out of the gap. We're literally out of the gap. So I don't know why it's not pushing yet, but now we're back in the gap though. So. Hour, the 15-minute. There's a 15-minute gap here. I mean, we already tapped into it once, but maybe if we disrespect it, we can get in sales from there off of this 15-minute fair gap, but we'll see. At this point now, I kind of want to break above this candle for buys. The big green one is this daily fair value gap from yesterday. And this is the 15-minute one because it's the 15-minute chart. Definitely should have waited. Yeah, I definitely did not wait for a candle close. Always wait for a candle close and a body close above your point of interest. And I just got impatient. I needed a body close above this yellow line, which is the open, the 10 a.m. open. Definitely should have waited, and that's my problem. I definitely get impatient and enter trades too early. All the time. You wait for some real displacement too, like a real push one way, real push one way. That'd be nice. That would definitely be nice. And we have news all week, just FYI for people. Because tomorrow we have 8:15, 8:30, and 10 a.m. news again, so. We'll see. I don't mind just getting in sales at all. Losing days suck. Oh, I haven't finished my day yet. I take 2 trades. And I usually don't lose. I usually just have a break-even day, which still sucks, like yesterday. But only because I didn't let my trades run, my second trades. But yeah, I still want more trade on my rules. Just waiting for a good one. Oh, not for you? Yeah, that sucks. Losing days suck. But it's a part of the game. I know if I lose today, it would suck. 'Cause I was like up $800. Now I'm only up $200 in the account. I lost like $600 in that first trade, so let's see. Let's see. I might go up to 5 contracts for the next trade if the setup is really good too. We'll see. 4 hours still looking bullish, but like I said, candle closed above that line. Honestly, we can wait for it to close above this line too. I'm pissed. That's just me. I should not have used a hard stop loss. It should barely stop me out. Yeah. Literally barely stop me out. Don't piss me off. But it's still very indecisive, so. But the 4 hour looks very bullish still. Like I said, I need it above that yellow line, the open. Like I said, see, turtle soup traders probably didn't even have a stop loss. They're still like probably in profit a little bit. They probably got in somewhere down here. What app you use for news? It's just forexfactory.com. And I put it to only US because I trade the indices, and then red folder and orange folder, which really you only need red folder. But still not candle close above this yellow line. Patience, patience, patience. Patience. Are we going to trade sideways for 3 hours? We still have 3.5 hours in this 4 hour candle. That's what I'm like. I was like, where is the 4 hour candle? Yeah, this is what it looks like as it's happening to us. Alrighty. 15-minute chart. 5-minute chart. Yeah, stopped out by a little tick. I know I should have my stop loss down here, especially because there's no more daily drawdown on top step. Like I said, I'm like slightly over leveraged to get funded in a few days, which even after losses, I can still make hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So I could still make that loss back and then some. But let's see if we get a candle close above this yellow line on the 5-minute and the 15 would be nice. Well, this is a loss, so we can leave that over there and we'll get back in after some displacement, hopefully. Can I have this candle closer and tighter? No, you cannot. Oh, wait. Middle, right. Yeah, no, I can't move it like closer. 'Cause you know I'd be zoomed in, so I want the candle to be like closer so I can see both, but whatever. Still no candle close above this yellow line. It's acting as support low key. The 10 a.m. open. Still didn't break below the EMA yet either, but we're right at it. EMA acting as support. It's really gonna piss me off. This fucking little wick. That's why some people don't use hard stop losses. They just let it, as long as if it isn't candle close below their stop loss, they're chilling. All right, we have 3 minutes left in this candle. I'm gonna wait this time, for real. And it's 3 minutes left in the 15-minute candle, so both of them end at the same time, which is nice. I would love a candle close above this too. And then let's see if we can take it. I don't know if it's gonna go all the way up to that yellow line, but yeah, there's highs right there. Yeah, there's highs up there. See? But I got faked out again if you weren't patient and got in like I did on this one. That's a me problem. Because there are times too, like I do this and I'm right because sometimes the 5-minute candle will close way up here. But it usually will still give you a nice run, but you know, just sometimes it'll close like, but it's like, when it doesn't, you're fucked. But I really should have had my stop loss, at least somewhere in this wick, I feel like. I agree, I think it's definitely going up. We're still out of the daily gap. We have a long wick on news, but like I said, we're just waiting for a confirmation. Because without a confirmation, you saw how I got stopped out. You want to get in with the most minimum of drawdown, preferably. I went up a contract, so we'll see if I'm hella negative again on the account. But hopefully we can make my losses back and then still end in $1,000 day. Hopefully. $12 a day. Yeah, those 9:30 people ate up. Whether you were bullish or bearish, this came and ate your stop loss out. Which 10 a.m. news does that sometimes. Sometimes 10 a.m. news don't do shit, and sometimes it just comes and eats your damn stop loss. Just to go your way some more. Obviously didn't make higher. Actually did make higher highs on this candle. Like if you were in the 9:30 trade with no stop loss, came down and you could took it up to there. 1 minute left in this candle. Still below the yellow line. I need it above that 10 a.m. open. Preferably, obviously, too, above this pink line that we made. My entry. How's your prop firm going? I was up $800 this morning. I took a loss for 6. So we'll see if I can. It's going okay, though. I keep leaving money on the table. I'll either take a loss and then not let my second trade run. Or I took a loss once. I took one day for just a straight loss. And then the rest just leaving money, getting scared. Like yesterday, I left so much money on the table being scared. I just ended the day back in profit, like $50. But I could have made so much more money. So today, I'm not doing that. The second trade, I am holding. I'm going to make my money back. And I would love to make $1,400, or like the max I can make, because I'm on top step. I can't make the whole $3,000. All right, 4 seconds left. We're ready to get a nice candle close. Boom. With a fair value gap. Do I want to get back in yet? I kind of want to come above this pink line, in my opinion. I want to be extra safe for the second trade. But yes, still not funded. All right, we got a new 15-minute candle here. You have a fair value gap, man, on the 5-minute. Alrighty.
Order
I'm buys
filled.
again. No stop loss, no TP. We're going to see. Honestly, a very late entry per usual. We'll see where my stop loss is going to be. But, you know, we're taking it to those highs up here. Let's push. Let's run now. And if we don't, I'll be negative in the account for the first time. And you know what? It's part of the process. You live to trade another day. But yeah, let's push. I'm using 5 contracts at a time, so my loss will be bigger. So no daily drawdown, but I obviously can't lose $3,000. But if I lose $1,000, I should not get liquidated. I'm a top step, not Apex. Apex is kind of scammy. While we're in this, let's see how it plays out. Didn't wait for the candle to close, but we are above our line, and we can watch on the 15-minute or 30-minute if y'all want. It is a little better to watch on a higher time frame sometimes. We have, this is our 15-minute, 50% of the move from yesterday. This is our 62% of the move from yesterday, but we have our profit at these equal highs up here. And we'll see how much profit we are at that point. Because top step, you cannot make more than $1,500. If I was with Apex, I wouldn't even give a shit. So I'm doing my funded futures next, though. I'm scared of Apex. I keep hearing like good things and bad things and good things and bad things. So that's the thing about Apex. especially now with the video. Someone asked me that in one of my lives about needing proof of video. I don't record. I mean, it's on YouTube, but I don't record on OBS. Yeah, I will start, and make video content. But I do my recaps with my phone on my screen because it's just easier for me. But yeah, I'm on Top Step. That's why the consistency rule. So it's harder to full port. But I'm going to My Finna Futures next. I'll be back testing this again tonight, looking at the daily, looking at the 4 hour. Why is this shit so far? My little 4 hour candle. I want it closer. Or is that it's just this is our 4 hour candle PO3. Let's push. Let's push. Yeah, I'm trying to get 300K funded September. I might just do 150K, like get this 50K account, get a 100K account, then finally trade, make a payout, and then get the third one. Because I feel like when you start stacking accounts, you just get so used to not making money. Like I want to finally start making some money. I think 50K is a little too low. Or I could just trade this 50K account, get a payout. Because I'm definitely copy trading on my live account. So there's that. But we'll see. I kind of do want to get My Finna Futures account. I think 150 is good though, for sure. But we'll see. Could me being greedy? Could technically the smart thing to do is trade one, get a payout, then buy the next one. Then But since I can full port My Finna Futures, I kind of want to try on a 100K account. Probably start with like 2 big NQ contracts. We had a long wick on that 4 hour. That's why the Toro Suit people, but good for you if you caught some entry down here. Very confident in your bias. All right, I used 4 contracts on the first one, 5 on the second one. So I was confident in my bias clearly, but I want to see if there's some liquidity on the 15-minute that we could target first. Okay, there is one here. And there is one here that hopefully we candle close above 2. It might candle close and then pull back a little bit. But I have to make sure I don't go above $1,500 in a trade with Top Step. That's the only thing. I think that's also why I don't hold my second trades, because I'm looking at the P&L. But if you should just be taking a good trade. But obviously with Top Step, you have to look at your P&L, because if you make more than $1,500, it doesn't even count, and then you have to make more money at the end of your challenge. I did that already once, and I was pissed. I was like, oh my god, I was funded. I was in New York. I went to the New York Stock Exchange. I was keying and everything, and then, whatever. It was still a good accomplishment, even though it was short-lived. The Apex, yeah, you can full port as well, which is nice. All right, we're still in profit. We're still on a push. This is our 4 hour candle, what it's looking like. 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart. Just so we can not get faked out by 5-minute and 1-minute movements. We're just gonna watch, wait for these candles to close. We have 8 minutes for this candle to close. These 5-minute could look like, this could look like a reversal. It can look like anything. But we'll see. I think I do want 150 and then copy trade my live account. Oof, it's not nice. Back, probably not in profit anymore. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna go way up to the 50% and 60% though. I don't know the way it's trading right now, but it could go up for lunch or something during lunch. So I can mark noon and then 1 p.m. Noon to 1 is lunch, and then you start the PM session, which that happens sometimes. Sometimes you get the run in the afternoon. And I did say that about the daily chart. I said this chart probably is not gonna, this candle daily is not gonna, might not go all the way to the top of this candle. It might give a CRT where this, our daily candle closes like somewhere up in here. And then tomorrow's candle should open in this range of this daily yesterday and then continue to the highs of yesterday. If this gives us a beautiful CRT setup, like a, you know, but, you know, we'll see if it does. I hate when people are like, I do know what it's gonna do, but I don't go in knowing. I go in with two options and I let the market tell me what option it wants to go. Do we want to take out buy side? We want to take out sell side? All right, show me, because I have my targets marked if we want to go lower. I have my targets marked if we want to go higher. And after that, you let the market show. I want a candle close above this high though. Like I said, that's the only thing too. When you start trading on the 5 minute and you use trailing stops, like this is a liquidity point. It's going to bounce from here. It's going to do that shit. And then hopefully we push through it. And then here, it's going to trade sideways. It's going to bounce at this line. And hopefully we push through it. And then once we push through those, our next one is here and here. So that's how, if you're strong and you're overall going up. Now, if you think it's going to go lower or you want to take profit at this low low, then you can do that. Because like I said, liquidity points are where it's going to go, and that's what it wants to take out. All right, we're pushing now. We are pushing now. It's looking good. It's looking great. Again, pissed about this. This is what I be saying. Like, that's why I don't trade hard stop loss no more. We're just chilling. No stop loss, no TP. We're up. Now I'm negative 200 instead of the 600. I really just gotta watch my P&L to make sure I don't go above $1,400. But I'm gonna hold this one today. I want $1,400. I do. 12 or 13. Anything above 1,000 I want. Will I get it? Who knows? If I lose, who knows? You live to fight another day. That's the good thing about trading. Like, tomorrow could be the day you hit $1,400. Tomorrow could be every day. I've always been that way too. Like, tomorrow's the day. Like, when I worked in film, like, tomorrow's the day I get in the union. Tomorrow's the day I work with Lady Gaga. Tomorrow's the day I work with Kanye West. And eventually, it might be years that pass, but then you finally do get. I finally did join the wardrobe union. Pretty fast. I finally did work with Kanye West. I finally did work with Lady Gaga and did all these things. And it, obviously you look back and like, yeah, it took me a few years. But at the time, I'm just thinking tomorrow. Just keep going another day. And it didn't feel fast because I was it's just like another day. It's the same with trading. Like, you'll get there and one day it'll just hit. And you're like, oh shit. Sometimes it sucks though. Like, I quit my job for this and all these things. So yeah, it's been longer than I expected, but still pretty fast, honestly. And technically my job is not even quittable. It's a job that I can always go back to, which is nice. Do I want to? No, because I can't trade with my job is the problem. But I can work like 2 days a week, 3 days a week, work a job here, work a job there, and then like not trade for a week, make a bunch of money, and then go back trading the next week. So that's a good part about it. It's freelance, but it's just like I personally would rather go back to a low-paying office job that I can trade with than go back to my high-paying stylist job. Unless I really had to. Because then the money, you start getting excited about making a bunch of money, but then, trading, you'll make more of the money, but still making, $1,000 days, but working 15 hours a day to get it. It's like, yeah, well, now I can just make a bunch of money again, but it's like, no, I want to make $5,000 a day. So you have to like take that little pay cut at first to get what you want. Exactly, there's no other lane for me. And I missed trading when I definitely went back to work that first time. I did. I missed it bad, and I talked about it every day at work. And there were some guys, because we have guy customers now, which I love guy customers. It's not gay to be a guy customer, so I know that's a stigma. Now, makeup artists, a little different. I have met a lot of straight makeup artists and hairstylists in the union, though. But we had a few TV customers I work on TV shows with who would trade out on set. And a guy who put me on trading worked on set. He was the son of a catering guy. So he didn't have to work all the time like we did, but so he got to learn how to trade. And he was young. He was like 19 or something at the time. So he's like killing it, super rich in trading, bought a house in LA, like $1 million house. Like, he's killing it. But I do know some people who do trade in costume. Just for me, I fucking cannot. Come on. As I said, we gotta get candle closed above this yellow line. We have 2 minutes left. But that's why I said I hope we go up to this 50%, but we don't have to. I've seen retracements not even go that high before. Or not the first day. Like, it'll go high, it'll come back down, then tomorrow we go up there. Like, I've seen it not retrace all the way up there. That's why I said I'm not taking my profit way up there. I have it up here. Candle close above this yellow line. We need a candle close above the second line. Then I really can relax. And honestly, above this fair value gap. Honestly, above this fair value gap, then I can really relax. This is what, a 30-minute? No, it's a 15-minute. Yeah, I would love a candle close above this fair value gap. But again, if we're strong in our bias, which we are, it will still bounce down from this fair value gap. Not stop us out, though. It'll bounce down, it'll go back a little bit, and then continue higher. You know, like it'll come down, go a little lower, and then, you know. See, I would love us to invert this bearish fair value gap, and we're really cooking with grease after that. Yeah, I'm very passionate about trading, and it's just nice to like not work all day. Film is fun, but working those hours all day, fuck me. And I used to love that shit. Especially music videos, you can work like 20 hours straight on a music video. Like, that shit is not fun. And that's like, I don't blame artists because they're perfectionists, especially when you work with Kanye or Lady Gaga or Beyonce. Like, you're just going to work along a fuck ton of hours. And it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. But it's just like, please, set us free. It's beautiful. The work is great. No one is going to touch this. You have to tell, like, them. You have to tell, like, Lady Gaga and Kanye and Beyonce, like, listen, this shit is perfect. I promise you. Like, let's go home. But since they're the top dogs, like, they have to be perfect. Everything has to be more perfect than what they did before. But it's a fun industry, it is. And you can wear what you want, dress how you want, do drugs, all the things if that's what you care about. Wear tattoos, dress, like, wear your hair how you want. It's just a nice industry. All right, candle close above that yellow line. We're cooking with grease. Let's invert this fair value gap. And let's push a little higher. This is a 30-minute chart. We do have this lines up with I love when it lines up with the top of a 30-minute fair value gap. So inverting the 30-minute gap and the 15-minute gap lines up with the top of this, which is amazing. Again, this is the gap. We hit this fair value gap, bouncing off of it. We bouncing, you know, keep going higher. People are definitely going to discredit it. People discredit everything. You saw that girl who went to high school with Bianca was like, I don't believe this is true or real, fair. Who would have thought you could do this shit? Same with, like, there's so many things in life that you would not believe are real jobs. Especially even in film. Like, there's a job in film where you literally hand out snacks to the crew. It's called crafty. And that's a fucking job where you can make $700 a day. You buy snacks, your favorite snacks. You go on set. And you let people eat the snacks with you. And you make $700 a day. Like, you would be shook to know that there's jobs that you can just literally, that are fucking insanely unimportant to society and make you a lot of money. All right, let's inverse this gap. I mean, some of y'all can put y'all stops at break even if you want. But like I said, I'm staying rhythmic. You have to have rhythmic open for your top step. All right, I'm negative 240, so made back like $400. Let's see how this plays out. If it's a loss, it's a loss. I'm holding today. I'm not playing that shit anymore. I be leaving so much money on the table. And watch when I finally hold a trade, it goes against me. And watch when I finally hold a trade, unlike yesterday, it goes against me. Obviously, the EMA, though, is showing, like, we're still strong. Bullish, though. That's why I like the EMA. And honestly, that's support. It might come back and tap it. Like I said, I don't have a strong stop loss, so I'm really going to let this play out. And see. And there's this gap here, but it's obviously about to be, it's not really a gap until the candle above it closes, so this could close and fill the whole gap if it wants to. But we did get a candle close above this, a nice one, so I do think we're going to push. We need a candle close above this, candle close above this for right gap before we really can relax. for this take profit at least. If you took profit at this line or something, then you're chilling. But for us to really relax, for us to go up here, and there's liquidity up here too if we want to go a little higher. Patience game. I didn't even know that. What didn't you know? Yes, what you finally get in the trading, the doors are endless. We're in buy trades if you're new to the trade. If you're new to the live, sorry. Hopefully we get a nice pushy push. Like I said, this still was a decent move. Obviously, turtle soup people are chilling. We got in a little late, but I'd rather wait for confirmation. But sometimes you do wait for confirmation, and if you're wrong or it goes against you, you have a bigger stop loss, which sucks. Damn, wants to bounce off this gap. And there's some people who trade like that. If they're bearish, their limit order is set at this gap, and then they're waiting for it to go down the rest of the day. Some people could be doing that. Damn, is our 4-hour candle going to be indecisive? I was scared it kind of would be. Like if this closes, like if there's no body, it's like the skinniest body, then like obviously, yes, we moved out of our point, but it's indecisive and we're still just like trading sideways. Like I said, I think we can push. I think we can push higher. And we're going to let it. And if not, you know, it is what it is. If you had stop loss at break even, you got stopped out for no loss. So you could have done that, but I think we are going to push. Like I said, it's going to bounce off these gaps and then continue higher. See if we can have a good day today. I want a good day today. I'm feeling more patient. Live trading has helped me be way more patient, even though you saw I've still am impatient with things. If I would have held that first trade, look how much profit I would have been in. Crazy. No loss. Just sitting in profit. But you know what happens to the best of us. And it's a prime example of bitch, follow your fucking rules. And I have to journal that in my journal today. Like, stop. Wait for some candle closes. Even though I kind of did it on this run up here, the second run. But if you got in at the 15-minute candle close and it came down, draw down that much, you'd be kind of sad about it. But we're in buys. We're pushing 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart. 30-minute really bounced off that 30-minute value gap. So let's see though. We still have 9 minutes in this candle, 9 minutes in the 15-minute candle actually. So 9 minutes, hopefully we get a candle close above here, and then we really can relax. Then you can maybe move your stop loss to break even if you want. But we need a big move before we move our stop loss to break even. We need a candle inverse this 30-minute value gap. And then take it. Honestly, you can take it to this value gap if you wanted to. And then this is the 15-minute, and then this is the bottom of the golden pocket, which lines up this value gap. If you're a golden pocket trader, so. But let's see, our 4-hour candle is still blue. So we have 3 hours left in this. Hopefully 3 hours gets us to our TP, or even an hour or two, maybe not the whole one, but nice wick on the 15-minute candle. 30-minute candle still doing this. And that's the thing about these higher time frames too. Like it can look like it's gonna reverse on you, or it can look this, and then at 5 minutes left, it just tanks. Or it's looking like we were going down, and then the last 5 minutes we're up here. So it's just a patience game. And that's why I kind of don't want to. I like live trading, but I kind of want to wait and just do it in my Discord because I just feel like it's boring. It's way more boring than our backtesting sessions. I know people think, oh yeah, I'm gonna live trade with you, or like signals, and it's really boring. It is, and I can tell people come and leave more often on these. And this is the one where you should be copy trading me, or even like listening to me, like, no, candle closed, you didn't get in there, or whatever. These are the ones where you actually make the money. But I know people like the back testing ones better because they are faster, they're more stimulating. The chat usually is better. Usually it's just me and Tay on my live trades talking. Usually it's like a few more people though. Makara's always in here, and then I Love Your Mom usually is in here. He just got funded last week, so good for him. It's like a few of us in here. But now when I back test, it's like way more people. Even some haters come in there talking shit about ICT. It's always like more engaging. What state am I in? I left America. I live in Mexico. But I was in LA when I was working in Hollywood. I quit my job and then I moved to Atlanta because I had a rental property. Because, you know, I've been an investor before I started doing TikToks. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been like an investing person. And then I didn't want to go back to work. I have a good life insurance policy, which is a good investment. You can use like your own bank. I have a wealth building insurance policy. So I was living off my, what do you call it? Disability insurance. I had disability insurance with it. Because with my job, again, the best part about film, you can get unemployment and disability so easily because you're self-employed. So I can work for a month and then get on disability for a month. And I can work for 2 months and get on disability for a month. So I did that for a whole year. And then I sold my house and moved to Mexico to take trading full time. So I haven't worked in like 2 years. So it's like, I don't even know if I can ever go back to work. But if I have to, you know, you have to. But I'm in Mexico, in the Yucatan Peninsula, where it's hot as fuck. But it's nice. My rent is cheap. Ubers are cheap. Food is cheap. I can really just focus on trading. No distractions. Especially because even like with my family, I moved to Atlanta. My family's from Georgia. I went to UGA. Go Dogs. We just beat the fuck out of Clemson. My family, it just is too lit. Like my parents had me young-ish, but not like super young. They're like 50, but they're so lit. Like I cannot. Like my dad is like, "What are y'all doing this weekend?" I'm like, "I don't do anything. I watch trading videos." And I'll have so much fun when I'm rich. Or I already had fun in LA, making my $150K a year. I traveled, went to Greece, to Africa, Nobu every weekend, clubs. Like I've done all that. I've literally done all that. Now I want to do it on a millionaire scale. So I'm locked in. So as I said, I'm not moving. Next state I'm moving to, I think I'm going to go to DC though. Because I liked it. I didn't like Atlanta as much as I wanted to. I do like LA, but LA has a flexy feel to it that I love to partake in, and I can't. Like, if I go to LA, I'm getting a Lambo. I'm getting a nice apartment by the Grove. Like, I'm doing all this shit that I don't need. And then I just want to live in a nice black city, which is Atlanta or DC. So like, there's like two options. I did not like Atlanta as much as I thought I was, but Atlanta is still always in the back of my mind because the houses are so cheap. Like, I had a big ass house in Atlanta. But yeah, I'm probably gonna move back to DC when I move back to the States. But I'm not moving back to America until I've made 500K or $500,000 in trading in online businesses. Cause I'm probably gonna start TikTok shop one day and just other stuff, and YouTube. Hopefully YouTube starts making money soon, just things like that. But yeah, I'm not moving back to America to have 500K. And then after making about 100K with trading, I'm probably gonna go to Mexico City. And who knows, I might love Mexico City and never come back. Yes, I love words of wisdom. Are you in buys on NAS? Yes, I'm in buys. We want to invert this fair value gap and push. 30-minute candle is definitely pushing. This 15-minute candle is a good hammer, but it's bouncing off. But yes, I'm in buys. Yes, I know words of wisdom. He's dope. I think I used to, before I got really patient, I would watch his podcast while I trade. Him and the Kevin, the beginner trader podcast, I would watch them. Like, I used to have to watch TV shows on my iPad, like, once I'm in a trade to not, like, sell too early and stuff. Which I probably need to do that shit again. Because the way I've been selling early on my second trades has been pissing me off. What's the golden nugget you was talking about? Not golden nugget, golden pocket. Golden pocket is, like, this small pocket after a retracement on your Fibonacci. It's the 62% and the 70%. Sorry, it's a big-ass move from yesterday. So you take your fib. Obviously, I need to make separate fibs. I have fibs for everything. It's the 62 and 70. This little pocket here. So some people wait to enter. So basically, you want to enter sells again once we get up to that pocket, and that's why I have my take profit there. Where was my bottom? Oh, I think I did the daily. That's why. It's not lining up. Yeah, there we go. golden pocket. I don't know what fib I drew before, but it's not lining up right now. So maybe I should have done the bottom of the move, maybe. Probably would have been smarter. Because wasn't this my 60% and 50%? It was supposed to be like this, 50, 60. Golden pocket is 50 to 70. So that golden pocket is this. So you want sales again. And there's a boy on TikTok who trades just like this, actually. He literally just does his fibs and then he like draws these fucking pockets and then he waits for it to go back into it and then draws them again and again and again. Oh, I think I did the daily high and low yesterday instead of the move high and low. But yeah, there's your golden pocket. So I want to sell at least 50%, or you want to sell or buy trade. You can wait for the golden pocket if you think it's going to go way up there today. That's all that is. All right, we're about to inverse this fair value gap, so we really can relax, y'all. We really can we're really cooking with grease now. This fucking shit. All right, I'm up $100. I do this. Look at that shit. That's what happens when you take a loss. That's why I don't like losses first. I should not have had a tight stop loss like I don't right now. And I had 4 contracts last time and still lost $600. I have 5 now and I'm only have $150. And look at how big this move is. But again, we're still gonna ride it and we'll be up soon enough. This, you can take it to this as well, but yeah, this is the golden pocket. Actually, this lines up with 50%. This swing high I have marked already. So we could let profit run to there if we want. But we'll see how it reacts off this line first, these equal highs. There's equal highs here, and then there's that 50%, and then golden pocket. So once we, like I said, we close above this gap, this is a bearish gap, but bearish fair value gap to go lower. Once we close above it, extra confirmation that we're running higher. And sadly, I do have to look at my P&L, which I don't suggest you do because that's how you start selling early, or like right now, I would usually sell in profit right now, which is still good. I would usually just sell in profit and be like, I'm done for the day. I made my losses back. And that's why I posted a video about it. Like, am I too hard on myself? Because selling in profit is still good. But also it's like, no, like everyone's like both. Like, yes, you're hard on yourself, but also just let your trades play out. You're going to, you're doing analysis. But just for Top Step, if you make over, this is a $700 trade if I didn't take that loss. Don't piss me off. Anyway, if you don't let your trades, you don't care about the price. You just want to let your trades fully play out, which is true. But with the Top Step consistency rule, I just cannot make more than $1,500, or they're gonna make me make more money at the end of my combine. Now we could reverse from this gap, so could do a trailing stop or something. Like I would see like this little pullback now that I know I'm in profit, I'd be like, eh. But let's see. Let's wait for a candle close above this. Or you can do a trailing stop below this candle if you really need it. Or look, I'll just lose the day for a small loss. But I still like 4-hour candle is still very, bullish. We have 28 minutes now. This is a whole new 30-minute candle though. So hopefully we push above this. Again, this is a gap we can like play around with. A gap and a liquidity point, so I might do a little bouncing around here before it goes higher. But once we close above this gap, we're really good. Like I said, that's the thing about trading. Sometimes you have to like push above these little marks before you really can relax, and that's the scary part. Where's your TP set? At the 50% of that retracement, or this high right here. It's a swing high. There's equal highs and then there's this swing high here. I might sell these equal highs though, depending, but I think we can push. But this is already a nice move. That's why I'm like, I can't really relax to invert this fair value gap because this is a nice move. We already pushed we actually have a big displacement candle on 30 minutes, so we should be pushing. But you can get a big displacement and still get a reversal. That's why I'm like, I never just go in like, I know what's gonna happen. Like, you just let shit play out. And I know places where I know I can relax. And once the candle close above this on the 30-minute and the 15-minute, we really can relax. But until then, I'm not as relaxed as I want to be. All right, come on, push blue. Come on, give us some love. Give us a nice, give me, cause even if I'm already up $200 now, this should give me above 1,000, which is like a 400 gain plus off my $800 because I obviously lost $596, but so technically $1,600 is what I need to make my loss back. But I don't know if you can make $1,600 in one trade. I wish that it balanced out by a loss. If I took a loss, I should be able to make $1,600, but I don't think I can on Top Step. So 15 is really the max, and I'm sure it's very hard to get right at $1,500. Is that a zone you marked up from back testing? This zone is the one from back testing last night. It's the daily fair value gap. This is the daily fair value gap from yesterday. This is a 30-minute and 15-minute fair value gap that lines up. That was made yesterday, but this was not marked. I marked this today. Like I said, we need a candle close above it, and then we're fucking good. You can even move stop loss to break even. You can put a trailing stop. Once we candle close above this, I feel like we're doing it, and I feel like we're about to. This is a good move though. So like I said, you better be prepared for a reversal at any moment. But like I said, I think we're gonna push. There is a gap here on the 30-minute, but I do think we're gonna push above it. The next liquidity point is here, especially because yesterday on the 4-hour, I thought we were gonna reverse out all these gaps, and we ran down to a daily gap, or we inverted every 4-hour fair value gap, like straight. Like I was scared we were gonna. So I took profit and I got back in, took profit, got back in. But I'm like, I don't know when they're gonna get inverted for real. I feel like on the higher time frames, liquidity still trumps. Like liquidity still trumps fair value gaps. I'm pretty sure. Like liquidity is external liquidity, and then fair value gaps are internal liquidity is what they say. We can look on the 4-hour. Yeah, once we inverse this 4-hour fair value gap, and probably 50% of this middle gap is our target. And that's what I say. You want to catch the power of 3 of the 4-hour fair value gap. This is all I want to trade. I want to catch this 10 a.m. gap, 10 a.m. candle, and trade it for an hour or two, and catch this move, which we did. And then let's just see if we can inverse this 4-hour fair value gap. Would be nice as well. And then we really can just take profit somewhere in the middle of the second one. All right, we're pushing on the 30-minute, but it's bouncing. We have 24 minutes in this 30-minute fair value gap. Let's go. No, 30 minutes still on that side. 15-minute, we're pushing above it. It's looking good for us. It's looking good for us. Up $300, which is still good. Honestly, anything above 3, even 4, I really like. I hate like days like yesterday when I took a loss and I only made $33. I don't mind when I take a loss and make $400 at the end of the day. I do really like that. Oof, come on, let's candle close above. Let's candle close above. I'm gonna hold. I might put a stop loss somewhere though, just to be safe. Maybe the bottom of this 15-minute candle or a 5-minute candle. Oh yeah, we're pushing now. Like I said, we might go all the way to 50%. And then if you're waiting for sales, you can wait. After we cross this line, I think selling people, bearish people they're coming into the game. We have a gap here to inverse too though. It's like so many gaps to inverse, but after this gap for sure, we really are doing lovely. But fuck, there's just so many gaps that like it can reverse off of. But yesterday I thought the same thing, and then it fucking ran all day. It might stutter step around this. I'm gonna put a stop loss though. I am. Sell limit, stop limit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Order submitted.
Somewhere in profit somewhere. We're up 93 ticks. Like we'll see how we bounced off this gap. I wanted to. We're up $300. I might take the $300 honestly. 280. Yeah, I might move my stop loss and profit some more. Below this 5-minute candle. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It could reverse from this 30-minute fair value gap. But again, we still have 22 minutes in this 30-minute candle, so I'm like, because it will bounce, it will go. I'm up 250, 230, Push, come on. I want this 15-minute to close above here, and I feel more confident. But if not, still a great trade. Ooh, 226. 198. Yeah, I should hold this trade though, y'all. I should take this stop loss off. Should I just move stop loss to break even? That's not nice at all. 121, 116. Dang. I'm about to get stopped out for $70 now. 93. Go back up. There's a fair value gap on the 5-minute right here, actually. I'm gonna put it below the 5-minute fair value gap. Break even day, I'll take it. I literally don't hold my trades. That's why I'm like trying not to be that person to not hold my trades today. We have 6 minutes left in this fucking candle, and we have a fair value gap right here in the 15-minute. Hopefully it bounces and then continues. 128, we're back up to 128, 130. Yeah, watching the P&L is what sucks. But we do have a 5-minute fair value gap. Let's come back into it. If you want to see what fair value gap I'm talking about, there's a fair value gap right here. Come back into it and go higher. So I have my stop loss. Now I'm only up $28 at the bottom of the fair value gap. Right, like bounce off of the gap and push up off it. That's why you gotta look. You don't want to just have a trailing stop for no reason, because price is gonna rebalance and then continue higher, hopefully. And like I said, it's gonna bounce off these gaps. These are big gaps. Now, if it wants to reverse off here after this, the bottom of this candle, I'm out, and then I'll just have a small gain today or small loss today. But I want it to come down here, push off this gap, continue higher. Because this 4-hour candle is still playing out. We still have 2 hours in this candle. Come on, bounce off this 5-minute fair value gap. Don't inverse it. Damn, I was up $300 too. That's why sometimes I'm like, I'll take a $300 gain if we're gonna reverse from these gaps. I hope not. We're pushing up, but I don't. It's a blue candle, but if we close below this gap, I'm out of the trade. Or I could just get rid of that stop loss, like I should. But like I said, that was a big down, but again, that's a 30-minute fair value gap. I needed to candle close above it. It's gonna rebalance. That's how ICT traders, we know. That's why a lot of ICT traders set and forget. And I'm going back to that once I get funded with Top Step. But I just kind of make sure if I set and forget, it's not above $1,500. That's the problem. Do you think NQ is going to that high 4-hour value gap from where it sold from yesterday? Ooh, let's see. Like way up here, I don't think we're doing that today. I think we're gonna come to the middle of this gap today. And that's what I'm waiting for. I want it to come up here. I just don't want my 5-minute fair value gap to be, like, I don't want to lose profit either, you know. But this is a big gap to come into. A lot of people are entering their trades here. That's the good thing about it. A lot of fair value gap traders, Tanya and all of them, they're entering their trade here. Stop loss at this low. That's why I'm like, we gotta move fair value gap. Tap this one, we're tapping this one, pushing. That's why I'm like, I don't want to leave money on the table at all. I hate leaving money on the table. So that's why you have to look. Like, yeah, you can put a trailing stop. You have to make sure it's not like fuck you up. The EMA on the 5-minute is also still telling us like we're Gucci. Obviously, the EMA sometimes will take your profit though. It'll stop you out later than you would if you were an ICT trader. So I can get how you don't want to fully bet on the EMA, but I'll take the small loss if I have to, but I really want it to go like 600. See, that's why I be sometimes not holding my trades. See what happens when I don't just take it at $300? And now especially if we inverse and close below this. That's why I have my stop loss, like, I think at the bottom of the gap. I want us to push off of it though. 30-minute, That's why I'm like, we can't relax until we hit close above these gaps. There's no more gaps after we close above this one. And this is still a nice retracement too. That's what I'm saying. Like, we got a nice move. Obviously, we got in a little later because it went to wick down because of news, but it still was a good move. So it's like, is what it is. Without my loss, it would have been up $600. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just sucks. We have 2 more minutes in this candle. Hopefully, we start breaking above. I want a candle close above this gap on the 5-minute as well, and the 15. Let's look. Let's hopefully this candle closes blue. And if not, I was due for a loss anyway. I haven't took a loss in like since last Monday, so it is, well, not a losing day. Sorry, I've taken losses and just made them back like this, but should end the day $300 in profit. Like I said, I'm tired of not holding my trades and leaving $600, $300 on the table. Sometimes you hold your trades and then this happens. So it's like 30-minute is still, 5-minute is still, it's hammering, but I wanted to come. Even the next one could be a hammer. I could have my stop loss at the bottom of this candle. Oh yeah, that's looking like, it's nerve-wracking watching these charts. Where's the orange box? It's way up high. It's high. This is a big move down yesterday. The orange box it's way up there. So I just don't, but I'm saying that can happen tomorrow too though. That's why I don't. Yeah, I'm about to be stopped out. Oh, almost. And watch it go my way after this. It was
Order filled.
So I lost $200 on the day after 500. Which sucks. But let's see. It could still go my way again. If we inverse these gaps, I'll get in again. But smaller loss. Still up on the account. Still profitable. Made some of my losses back. But that really hurt. Because I was up $300 up here. Let's see. Again, this is what I thought was going to happen yesterday. That's why I sold. That's why I'm like, maybe selling at these points of reversals are not terrible. This is still a great move. This could be signs of a reversal. The EMA used the X like support though, and we only wicked the fair value gap. We didn't even candle close above it. So I'm gonna wait and see if we maybe get another entry up here, but wait for a really good entry. Yeah, the orange box is way up here. That's a huge move that I just don't know if we're going to get to today. If you think it will, hold it. I have a feeling we might end with a 4-hour indecisive candle. If I would have held my regular trade, stopped out by a little fucking wick, or not gotten in early. Let's see. Let us see. This is a strong 30-minute candle to the downside. That's what it's like. So maybe not holding my trade sometimes. Just taking your profit, moving on. Because now I've been up $1,100 on the account. Now I'm only up like $579. Still good though. Because I just want to catch these moves one time. Take the little bit of the move and move on. So I might go to one regular NQ contract because this would have made me $1,000. This move right here, and I just would have sold that shit. But let's see if it just wants to bounce off this EMA and go higher. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit. Today's my sister's lunch break. I told her I'll call her on her lunch break, but I've been streaming. I have to call her afterwards. Like I said, candle close above this fair value gap until you're really relaxed. Then hopefully take it from here to here. Yes, 4 hour candle. Because if it closes down here, like, then it's just an indecisive as 4 hour candle. Like I said, we caught a good bit of the move. Turtle supers are still chilling. If they got in way down here somewhere, even if they got in here, the daily range. That's what we're talking about. This is the range of the hourly candle. But this is the daily range. So you could have caught turtle soup once we got back in this range for something like this. To that fair value gap. Boom. That's a nice range right there. But I still want one more trade. I do. But well, the good thing though, when I take a loss, I usually wait for a really good setup on the next trade. I don't bullshit my second and third trades. I usually take a really good setup. I mean, it is an inverted 5-minute fair value gap, but I need to invert some more, run down some more before I take it inverted. And this could honestly come back in to break even and then push higher for us, like I said. So let's wait and see. But let's move this to what was it? I sold here now. Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah, I had the stop loss below here. It's like a trailing stop or something. Which was up $360 over here. Should have just sold that shit. So honestly, maybe not holding my trades. Maybe hold it enough to get in profit $400 plus, and then sell. That's what I'm learning. But let's see. This could really go to my TP, and then it's just I should have held it originally. Like I said, there's people entering the trade here. A lot of fair value gap traders are entering. They probably entered up here actually, but some of them again can enter here, stop loss here, and then they're taking it here as well, or maybe they're taking it to the golden pocket. Who knows? My mom's calling. I'm on live. Y'all know I'm a streamer now. Ish. So we'll see. Should have been a hold the trade ass. We'll see. We come out of the gap. This is nice. This is why I know I shouldn't have had a trailing stop. I knew it. Like I said, we'll wait to inverse this gap though before I get back in, or even hopefully this one, because this one's small. Hopefully we inverse this one and we push above, and then I'll get in again. If you're still holding, good for you. Because like I said, if I didn't have a loss first, I would have still been holding this, or even just stop loss at break even. Like I said, we haven't inversed this gap yet. Wicks, no candle close below this gap. Once we candle close below this gap though, I think we're gonna go down further. We might not go to stop anyone out, but we're gonna go down further. Let's just see. Got my losses down, so it's still good. It's better than a $600 loss. Still up on the account, still profitable. So you just gotta look at it like that. Especially because like you'll look at yesterday and you'll think that's gonna happen again today, and then it won't. These are bearish fair value gaps to reverse off of. After a nice move, bearish fair value gaps to reverse off of. Candle closing below this. Let's see what the 15-minute is showing. The 30-minute has gone down a bunch. There's nowhere for the 30-minute to go though. Like this 4-hour candle can literally close white too. We have 2 hours. 2 hours we can run straight down if we want. That's why I'm like, I just need to catch a move on it. The 15-minute, you need to inverse this before you really get confident in some sales, which actually lines up with this 5-minute one. But let's just see. Let's just wait and see. I actually prefer it to just stop me out, and then like, okay, I sold on profit, good. Versus it running my way some more. This EMA support. Let's see if it acts as or resistance. I don't really know. I think support is the top, so resistance is the bottom. But either way, it's gonna act like a resistance zone for it to bounce off. And once we close the below, I should have got in right there, but I needed to wait for the candle close. But I got in like here on the EMA, that would have been a nicer move. But I wait for us to cross over this pink line just to be safe. Alright, 2 white candles on the 15-minute as well. 2 white, but we caught that move, good move. So let's see if this turns white and we catch it. What's the daily doing? Indecisive. We'll see. It's a patience game. It's just a patience game. Like I said, this still can wick back up and we don't have a candle close below the fair value gap. But like I said, I would need a candle close below this one before I'm in some sales. And it lines up perfectly with the bottom of the 5-minute value gap. And then you take it to maybe the news low. There's a lot of liquidity resting at that news low. So we'll see. Might not take another trade because again, it's still up on the account. But I just want to see. I just want to see. So we have 2 hours and 35 minutes in this candle. Yeah, bought, sold, good move. And then sold and bought. It's bouncing, about to bounce on this EMA as well. I'm sure my mom was calling me on her lunch break as well. That's what they do, but now I have a full-time job technically because I stream every day. I don't just be kikiing no more. All right, do a candle close below that gap. On the 5-minute. Let's see. We have 35 minutes till 12 o'clock. So yeah, this is what I be talking about. We just gotta, maybe there's nothing wrong with selling and profit, no matter what it is. But again, holding as resistance, the EMA. Let's see, this is the fair value gap on the 15-minute. I also could come all the way down here, tap people in again for the 15-minute, and then still go higher. So, like I said, it's gonna bounce from here. It could still go our way. Let's see. That was just a big bounce for me, so I'm gonna need to wait for it to tap me back in or reverse for me. But if y'all are done trading, that's good. We caught a good move. Hopefully you sold at the top, or you're still in it. And great move though. Alright, looks like we're pushing. Let's put 15-minute here, and then let's put the 30-minute here. Three minutes left in the 30-minute candle, so let's see if we get a nice 30-minute push to the downside or a push to the upside at the next candle. So far, we're still bullish for our candle though. So let's see. Got my loss down from 600 to 200, so still profitable. Yesterday, we only had $33 win though, so not profitable on the week. So let's see, we're just seeing, and then obviously lunch. Some people do trade all day though. But you do get a nice reversal at what is it, the 3 to 4 macro or something? The 2 to 3 macro, one of those. So honestly, you could have had a better entry. If I didn't take that loss on the first one, waiting for the candle close above the blue line. Once we got this candle close, I could have had my entry right here instead of where it was above the pink line. Could have had it right below the pink line. Got in and then took these two candles and got out. Okay, looks like we're pushing. We could, like I said, bounce off this gap and go higher. Some people might have their limit orders for buys at this gap. Because this is 30-minute right gap. Bounce to a 15-minute. If we're still strong in our bullish, we're reversing, and then we'll definitely inverse both of these if we reverse from here. Now, if we inverse this, I do feel strongly we could go lower, but that's a little of a risky. There's a lot of liquidity down here. The pink line and the news. In the news slash candle open. Candle open low. So let's see. Y'all are done trading, that is fine. I see a lot of people are leaving the chat, which is fine. You should. I probably should as well, but let's just see. Okay, nice displacement. 4 seconds left in this candle. Let's see if it's going to come in here and bounce. As I was talking about the EMA on higher time frames, I would not use it because you already are lost so much, and it's not even close to hitting the EMA yet. On the higher time frame, like use it on the 5 or something. On the 5 minute, we done broke below it and opened a full candle below it. So that's actually a good entry for a sell. But I still don't wait for this to be inverse because we know higher time frame. This is a bullish gap to go up from. If we invert, I think we can take it to the lows from news. Nice push on the 5 minute. Let's 15 minute. Oh, it just started, but it is pushing, so I think we're about to go back bearish. Bounce off here, maybe to take out liquidity on the 30 minute, but let's wait and see. If 13 minutes for that candle close, and it has to close on the 15-minute chart, which sucks because this is a 15-minute gap. So 15-minute candle can close way down here. Still a good move though, from here to here. And I think if we close, take these out, hopefully we inverse the gap and run lower, but I don't know. We don't need to think that far. You just need to catch a bit of the move. Like I said, we need to invert this in the 15-minute chart. We could bounce out of it and then keep going higher. So I'm gonna wait. I want a candle close above here, or even above the original one we just had, before I get back in sales. And buys. So I get in sales, we'll see. Can I close below EMA, I think. Alright, we're gonna reverse off this gap. Technically not our stop loss, so we could have held it. That's why I say stop loss at break even. It's like it could come here and not stop you out and then still go your way. But it's just what you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable taking it, I think that just might be my thing. I'm comfortable. I do get mad at myself after, though, for not holding, though. So maybe I'm not comfortable with it, but 366 would have been nice. 366 would have been nice. So, it's just, the luck of the draw. And then you continue to fight another day tomorrow. But if we get an inversion, I'm going to take a little quick scalpy to maybe make that little 366 or make even $33 just back in profit, honestly. We have 11 minutes left, though. 12 minutes left in this. And they might get like a lunch liquidity sweep of the morning lows to take it to the morning high. So it might be given, come down, take this. Then the people in the afternoon get a reversal back up to these highs that we had in the morning. Bearish order block, bearish bias. Where's your bearish order block? Right here. I took this buy trade up to here and got a good win, and then I did a trailing stop under a 5-minute value gap to get stopped out. But I got a good win. I was up 360. I should have sold at this 30-minute value gap. This is a 30-minute value gap, and I thought we were going to inverse this one. So once we inverse this, I was like, we're definitely cooking. This is just the 50% of the move. And then we bounced off the 30-minute value gap, but we still could go up. I think we're very bullish, not bearish. We came into a daily fair value gap and wicked from news. I think we could reverse now to take out the news lows, but I do think we don't have any confirmation if we're bearish or bullish yet. In my opinion, we were already bullish. We went up, a great place to reverse from. Also a good place just to bounce and continue to go your way from. Bounce off the EMA. We did not invert this fair value gap. That's why you wait for the candle close on the 15-minute, but we still have 10 minutes. This could very much close bearish. And then we'll get in some sells to this news low. Because this is a big news liquidity point, but the bearish move was beautiful. Got in a little late. Turtle soup people got in very nicely and took it up. But I don't think bearish bias at all yet. Especially if you just get on the charts now, maybe yes. But if you got on the charts at 9:30, definitely not. 9:30, boom. News stopped you out and then ran up. Definitely not bearish, my guy. Now we could be. But for the morning traders, we were very bullish. After we ran down yesterday. We're definitely bullish overall, bearish overall. But today, nah. But let's see. Candle is still bullish until we close below the open. As I said, I need a candle close below this before I get in some sells. If I get in again, I might just watch and then get off the chart. We'll see. I definitely think my thing is if I take a loss, I need to get rid of these losses though. I came down the lower time frame too fast. I should have waited on the 15-minute, which people say that. They say they execute on the 15-minute. And then I would have got in even lower, like here. Boom, lower, and then took it to the 30-minute right gap for a nice trade. So I think I'm going to practice that tonight. When we back test tonight at 8, I'm gonna practice daily 4-hour analysis and then execute on the 15-minute chart. See what kind of risk to reward we get, and then go from there, and then or even just enter on the 15-minute chart and then put your stop loss like somewhere. It wound up lining up. This is a 5-minute entry, 5-minute stop loss, but it lined up with the bottom of the body of the candle in 15 minutes. So it actually worked out pretty nicely. Yeah, when I got faked out. I mean, I didn't get faked out. I got in early. I got greedy. I got in early. This candle did not close above the yellow line. It just ran up a good bit, and I didn't want it. I wanted a better entry and got greedy and got impatient. Instead of waiting for it to close, it came all the way down, stopped me out by a tick. On that first trade, really pissed me off. See, by a tick, and then gave me the entry, and I just got back in after we closed above the pink line to be extra sure, because after a loss, I'm not extra sure. Yeah, I might get off. $200 loss is not bad. And I'm perfecting. I need to get rid of these losing trades though. This is my new mission. I need to get rid of these losing trades that are stupid. And I need to just take these trades and hold them. And then this even would have been a nice $300, $400 gain. Like I said, bearish order block, bearish bias is crazy. We have no confirmation that we're bearish at all yet. We could change bearish, but we're very bullish, and we've been bullish all morning. Literally midnight. In a daily fair value gap. That's a bullish one. Popped out of it. Even on the daily chart, we're still wicked out of it. How the fuck you get bearish? Now, if you got it after that 30-minute fair value gap, I'll give you that. But that fair value gap was just made like 2 minutes ago. Let's see. I might just come back at night and see if it played out. If it played out and I should have held, then it's just another learning curve for me. But I definitely wish I just would have sold 366 in profit, honestly. I would have loved that. I really would have. So we're going to see, though. I mean, it's about to be lunch, so. We still have till 2 p.m. for this candle. It could run up a little bit. Or inverse. Take out these news lows, and then by like 2 p.m. we get the reversal from these news lows. We got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left of this 15-minute for value, 15-minute candle. Let's see. Again, if y'all want to get off the charts, totally fine. We took 2 trades. It is kind of chopping it. It's being really choppy. We didn't get our full TP, but we got a nice move. $400 trade if you didn't take a loss first. If you took a loss first, then you still got your losses down a good bit. When that man did say 30 minutes after news, this was 10 to 10:15, 10:15 to 10:30, candle close, boom, we push. So he might have ate with that one yesterday. What that guy said. All right, look like we might get an inverse. Looks like we might get an inverse. Yeah, I didn't think we were pushing to the golden pocket today, but I did think we were going to go to a little higher time frame liquidity point. But this is still a good one. So I was like, this is a liquidity point here. There's a fair value gap here. It can reverse. This is what I thought was going to happen yesterday. That's why I sold, but it wound up holding because I wound up going to a daily fair value gap. It was obvious yesterday. There are days like that where it's obvious. Like yesterday, oh, we're turning white. Yesterday, we ran down to this daily fair value gap. It was so obvious, but today it's not obvious. We have this candle we just did, we have the fair value gap. We kind of bounced off of it, but we could keep going lower. We could keep going higher. Like, it's not as clear as yesterday. It was super duper clear. Like, some days it's just so clear that you're going. And even on the 4 hour, at least, if you didn't take it to the gap, we were going here. And I thought we were going to bounce off these 2 fair value gaps. That's why I took a scalp. Boom. Or I even could have just took a sell once we inverted both of them to here. That was still a big move on the 5 minute. So it was just one of those things where look at the days it was obvious. Today it's not that obvious. So it's not a day you should just be holding buys for fun, in my opinion. Unlike yesterday, holding those sells. Like I said, we got a nice run. If we get candle close below this, we are going lower. It's looking bearish too on the 30 minute. I kind of want to trade one NQ regular big contract, take a quick scalp, see if that gets me a push, and then but I want to get greedy and start doing shit. I already raised up my lot size to 5 micros instead of 4. I took 4 in the first one, 5 in the second one. But we have 3 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. Let's see if we get a candle close and a candle below the EMA, and then you can take it down to these the 10 a.m. news candle. That's a liquidity point, or you can take it to this liquidity point if you want, but the next liquidity point is there. I think we could be chasing it, and we could be changing direction, which I'm not even mad at. And I think our 4-hour candle, it's still bear. It's still going to be bullish until we close below this yellow line. So until we close below this yellow line, then our candle is still bullish. It's going to be blue. But I've gotten on 15-minute inverted value gaps, and then the next one went back up. So I might wait a little bit after this candle. 155. Now we have more people on the YouTube live than we do on the TikTok live for once. And this is new. This is 1. I try to be out of a trade by 1. Hopefully we can get like a nice push before 1. But sometimes you do have to trade and sit on the charts all day. Some people do, you know. I'm getting better at that now. It's not revenge trading. It's just like, you know, getting some profit. And waiting for a good setup. Like, not just taking a revenge trade off. Just like, oh, this. Like, waiting for a good setup. Could wait for a limit order at this for value gap to go lower. After we inverse this, might pull back and go lower. You might want to wait for that. I want to see if we just run on the 30-minute and the 15-minute. It'd be nice. We just ran down. But let's see. Nah, you know, it can go higher. It can even just go back up to stop us, take out our original swing high we just made in our trade. We're still not stopped out of the original trade. We are, but if you were holding with no, with just like a set and forget, take profit here, stop loss there, you're still in this buy trade. That's like, that was a good, I was hoping it was a little pushback, and then we came lower, but it wound up pushing kind of far. No candle closed below this for value gap yet, though. So no inclinations of sales, like Carl's NYC said. He's bearish. We're not. We were bullish. Now we're in a state where we could change state of delivery. 6 seconds, and looks like we are pushing, and we are about to inverse this gap. Let's see if we get like a nice pullback. We did invert that gap. And then close below the EMA, and we're still a bullish candle. We need to close below the yellow line, the yellow dotted line, to be bearish. Because now look at the candle, it's pushing. Could push all the way up here. I would love for it to come up here and reverse from there. I might get in sells there. Because I've got faked out by this before on many times. Even yesterday on the 1 minute. Usually you don't get faked out by on the 15-minute, but you can. It can go, tap, and then just put you hella and draw down. Just not fun. So let's just see. A lot of people are off, are done. We took this trade. Like I said, I took a stupid ass loss getting in early. Took this nice move up. Had a trailing stop set right there in case we went to go higher instead of taking my profit up there. But let's see, we could give us another chance. I need to inverse this before I get back in buys. And I need us to push below this yellow line before I get in sales. So it's a lot of wiggle room. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I'm probably going to be up the charts. I might even get off at 12 and just see what happens on my back testing live tonight. I back test live every night. I go over the trade recap, and then we back test the strategy. Yeah, I definitely should have entered on 15-minute. Got down here. Would have just took my $400 gain and been good for the day. Wouldn't even be looking for anything else. A nice wick on the 30-minute. Like I said, it's 30-minute for value gap. It is going to bounce. And if you're strong in your bullish bias, it's going to bounce a little bit. And then still continue your way. You have to be mentally prepared to hold that. Or, like I said, trailing stop like we did. I was going to see no one in the TikTok live now. And 2 in the YouTube live. So we're still waiting patiently to see. And then we'll see if we get a little push, see if we get a reaction off this 15-minute for value gap. And then we'll go from there. It'd be nice to like come down, inverse, like a market structure shift, and then pull back to this for value gap, and then sells. down to these lows, but or like I said, finally give us the original trade we wanted. I wanted to take profit way up here. And the thing about watching these higher time frames, it takes so much time. We have literally, this candle's gonna close and then the 12 candle is gonna open. So that will let us know if we're getting on, if I'm staying on at 12 or not, how this candle closes. We'll see. We'll see. Trading is boring. My live backtesting sessions are way more fun. We'll see. We'll see. We push. And these are not supply and demand zones. These are bearish and bullish fair value gaps. Some people look and they're like, oh, that's supply and demand zone. No, it's a daily fair value gap. We pushed out of it this morning, got a nice little run. I was hoping we went further. We did not. Should have sold right here and we just start pulling back. I meant to lock in profit higher, but I was like waiting for, there's a 5-minute fair value gap right here that I just wanted to make sure we didn't bounce off of this one. Like we could easily bounce and then kept going. So I wanted to make sure because that's normal ICT. If you took this 5-minute inversion, you got a nice little run. I would want to wait for it to inverse the 15-minute, but you do get a nice little run here if you were doing that. You know, took that little scalpiana. Like I said, I'm gonna wait. And or probably just get the charts soon. Probably gonna get the charts soon, but we'll see. We shall see. My mom called me, my sister. I was supposed to call her during her lunch break, which is now, but still on stream, so I would love for that 30-minute to at least give us a push back up to here. That would be very nice. It is about to be lunch though, so it's probably just going to trade sideways until lunch and then finally pick a direction in the afternoon. And I actually would mind this reversing because then it just knows I took my profit and cause I've been beating myself up about it because yesterday we ran all day. Obviously it was obvious we were going to a daily fair value gap. Today it's not obvious on the daily or the 4-hour. I knew we were pushing out of this, but I knew we weren't going to the high of this yesterday candle. I knew we weren't. Versus yesterday, I didn't check the daily yesterday, but we were definitely going to a daily fair value gap yesterday. And I could at least sold at this 4-hour swing low. So that was just me. Like it will tell you, but today is not as decisive as yesterday was. I was hoping, we did bounce off this fair value gap, this big on the 4-hour, but I did want us to come up into the middle of it. That was what my take profit was. In the middle of this 4-hour fair value gap, then boom, go lower. But yeah, so there are just days where it will be obvious. Like hopefully there will be a day where we'll be closer and we'll be just coming to this daily fair value gap next, and then we'll just take it. But today is not as obvious. So that's why I'm like, I took my money. So it's just like you have to learn. Same with like continuations and reversals. I've been like, how do you know to play a continuation or reversal at 10 o'clock? You'll just have to know. Same with knowing when to hold and take your trades. You'll just have to know. All right, what are we doing? Are we going lower or are we going higher? Very indecisive for our candle now. We got a nice run, but now we're got a nice run down. It's still a little indecisive. Some people now, they say they're already bearish. Good for them. I'll probably stay on until noon and then I'll probably get the chart. I want to see what this candle closes like. Is what I want to see. But I had originally a $600 loss and now I only have a $209 loss. So I was up $800 on the account. Now I'm only up $579. Still up, still profitable though. I kind of want to go up to one NQ contract and then trade on the 15-minute, because then I would have had a better entry. I would have got in right here, took that here. This would have been a nice gain. Even just probably this candle would have put me up $1,000 and then just closed. Didn't even need it all the way, but we'll see. Because these fake outs would have ate a lot of profit if I had a one NQ contract. So I want to practice that first with my 4 or 5 contracts, and then practice it later. We'll backtest that tonight at 8 o'clock if y'all enjoy my backtesting sessions. Okay, I want to see if we come up here and react off this candle. This fair value gap. We still have 2 hours left in the 4-hour candle, which is so long. Okay, nice move. Let's see if we react off this gap, or if we're gonna keep going higher. And I should have held my trade originally, which probably is the T. But some people are bearish. Some people are bearish, y'all. Let's see who's gonna win the battle of the bulls and the bears right now. 6 minutes left in this candle on both the 30-minute and the 5-minute. 15-minute. So let's see. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Ooh, nice push, nice push. Maybe if we invert that 15-minute candle, we can get in some buys as well. We'll see. Nice push. Are we reacting off this bearish one? For the people whose limit orders were here after the inversion, I want to see if we react off this gap. Because there's probably people who are sitting in this trade here, taking it down to here like this, with the reaction off this gap. Or are there people who are still holding obviously people might be still holding my trade, but not stopped out. I had a trailing stop because this move was a little big and scary. But for the people who maybe had their limit order, because we came down inverse for confirmation that we might go down, but send their limit order at this gap, or y'all waiting for it to inverse to keep going higher to our original TP. Let's see, still a bullish candle. Still a bullish candle. Maybe we inverse this buys. Now, I want to just react off of this. We already are reacting off of this, low key. For the sells, some people are already in them. Someone said bearish order block, which is probably what this whole ass move right here, which is massive. Ooh, that's hard to see right there. Sell-off. Sometimes there's good moves during lunch too. Like people be acting like you can't trade lunch. Sometimes there's good sell-offs during lunch. It's a good reaction off that gap for the people who had sells waiting there. I might get in some sales after the candle closed below this gap again. Oh yeah, definitely time to sell. 3 minutes left though. Great reaction off that gap. Like I was saying, that's what we're talking about. Like it confirmed sells for this inverse, but we have a fair value gap up here. So if you had a stop loss above this candle, you would have got stopped out. But a lot of people just set their limit orders there. It's a nice push off of that. And that's why I'm glad I took my profit when I did. I should have took my profit at the top, but again, wait for this candle fully to close. We have 2 minutes. It still can go all the way up here. 5-minute traders, It did tap back into this fair value gap as well. See if we get some candle closes below this. We do have a fair value gap here on the 5 minute too. I feel like if we invert that one, we'll be, especially because if we invert this 5 minute one, we'll be back under the open of the 10 a.m. candle, 4-hour candle. So now will be a bearish candle. That's like an extra confirmation. 2 minutes left. Candle close below this, and under the yellow, I think you can get in some sales. But it's doing a little pushy push because now we swept where break of structuring to the downside. Still a bullish candle here. It has not been touched into yet. Inverse and below the open. Then you can take it down to hopefully the news. Liquidity, I just don't know if it's going to give us that before lunch is the problem. This could be a PM trade for people, so I'm not mad at trading today. I am mad at my stupid ass loss. I keep doing this, and this is all me. It wasn't fake out. This is me, and not even a fake out. It was, I got excited by this little wick. I got in before it closed. Maybe like a minute left too. 45 seconds, came down, closed, stopped me out, and then went my way. I got back in a little scarier after I wanted to close above the high for my entry and then got in, but if I would have waited on the 15 minute, I would have got in like down here or like down here. Yeah, I probably got in this candle and then just took it, no drawdown, and just would have been up $400 in a day and probably just took my money there. Again, for us in our second trade, I had trailing stop. We're not stopped out yet. We're not stopped out. Yes, we're in drawdown if you're still holding. We don't have real confirmation if we want to go bullish or bearish. We did get an inversion on the 15 minute for value gap, but there's no gap on the 30 minute. It can still wind up going that way. Until we close below this, I don't think sells are winning. And that's why we're talking about how it can candle close and sometimes go against you. So I don't think I will be trading anymore. This looks crazy. It's not crazy, but it's just a little indecisive. It's probably going to take hours, maybe even till 2 p.m. to give us the setup. The PM traders they're getting ready. They're getting in sells below here. They're getting in buys above one of these fair value gaps, maybe even the one that just was made. Candle is opening bearish, giving a very indecisive 4-hour candle. Opening bullish. So, yeah, we're going to get off call today. And like I said, I'm going to back test tonight, entering on the 15 minute chart because I feel like that was better. 10 to 15, yeah, I would have got in. My entry would have been here. If I got in on the 15 minute chart, my entry would have been here instead of up here. And then I would have took it to this 30 minute value gap for a nice 1 to 2. 2.6, and then I could have over leveraged a little more. I already do over leverage, but I could have just, handled it. I knew we were going there from this wick. I just, that's why you have to wait for confirmation. You know what I'm saying? It definitely didn't want to candle close above the open yet, but we did candle close in the daily range. If you're for turtle soup, like I definitely could have gotten in as soon as we candle closed above the daily range. That's something I'll have to note for. So it would have been here for a stop loss would have been somewhere nasty though, like here. So kind of a bigger move, but not the same, a worse risk to reward though. So yeah, I'm gonna get the charts. I'm gonna talk about all this tonight when I back test. Still profitable, still up $500 on the funded account, and I was due for a loss anyway. Got my losses down from 600 to 200, so I will take that.